Hi there, fellow humans. So today I am bringing you a little unboxing and review of some headphones. Now, my very favorite headset, my Audio-Technica M40X, had a little crack in one of the hinges, which basically meant the ear cup was just falling off of the headset itself. It is still under warranty, but I have to send it in. And in the meantime, obviously, I need a headset. So I went to Best Buy and picked up something that was around $100. Figured I'd get decent quality out of it and just use it while I was waiting on something else. I was a little tentative in buying these, but hey, they're $100 and they're decent for a a bit of temporary usage. So I picked these up in white, of course, because the white build and whatnot. Bam. So this is actually a nice little magnetized box here. Stays closed real nice, doesn't open up, and this is how they come. They didn't come in another box for me. Pretty simple instructions here on the side. Honestly, they're incredibly intuitive. I was very happy about that. I didn't have to figure out how to pair them or anything like that. It was just all very, very standard. So in the box, you do get a bag, and it's like a pretty thick canvas bag. And inside, this is kind of cool, there are a couple of smaller pockets to carry your cables in, as well as the headset itself, and it's like a fleece lining in there, which is really nice. So the bag is really decent, and the headset itself has these kind of pleather ear cups. It's like kind of rough Alcantara top on here. It looks really nice, and honestly, I was very impressed with how comfortable they were. I've worn these for a couple hours at a time, 3-4 hours at a time, in fact, and I didn't notice any pinching or any, sometimes the top will feel really heavy. I'll just start drilling into the top of your skull. But there's a really nice, let's see if I can actually, really nice squishy pad right here. And even underneath, it's a nice wide band, so it's not just one point of contact with the top of your skull. So that was really nice. One questionable thing for me about these is the exposed wires, because I feel like, I don't know, that's going to catch on something, rip out, and then that's the end of your headset. But it is what it is. Now these are Bluetooth, which is super cool, and I immediately, upon purchasing them, connected them to my phone and started listening to music. They sound awesome with music because they're really based out. On the back side here, you've got this little slider, and this is a bass boost. Now, inside, if you tap them and you're listening to them, actually you can feel it if you tap it. You can feel it. There's a spring or some sort of weighted spring in there that vibrates if you tap it, which the more you tighten that up, the more bass it gives you. All the way up is just stupid. You can't actually hear your music at all. It's just trunk rattle. It's ridiculous. At about 20 to 30%, it's pretty decent. This does mean that they're very washed out. They're just bassed out. So if the music you're listening to is bassy, if you're listening to some chill step, dubstep, whatever, hip hop, whatever, and it's got real nice bass, these actually represent that bass very, very well. Highs and mids, not so much. And volume-wise, I found it very interesting. You do have volume controls on the unit itself, and these volume controls actually double as forward and back buttons. So a single tap on your plus button is going to bring your volume up. Same with the minus, it's going to bring your volume down. But if you hold the plus, it'll bring you a song forward, and if you hold the minus, it'll bring you a song back. So that's nice that you have those controls right there. I always found them easy to find. And since they're all shaped very differently, even without looking, they're very easy to discern as to which one you're pushing. The center button is your power button and your sync button. So one hold like this for about 2 or 3 seconds, and they're on. And they're looking for my phone. And they found my phone, and they're synced. That's it, like that. If you want to sync them to a new device, it's a 5 to 7 second hold, and the light will start flashing very blue, red, really quickly. And you'll be able to then find it on your device. Pairing them was like a 3-second process. It was very nice. Being as these are modern headphones, I was kind of expecting a USB-C, but they are a USB-B micro for charging. For a full charge on the batteries, I don't know, it took a while. It took a few hours. But the beautiful thing is, they lasted me probably about 35 hours of constant listening between music and games. On battery alone, without charging them, 35 hours was very, very impressive. They advertised for about 40, and I could probably get that if I turn them off before I put them down and stuff like that. But they do have an auto off feature. So if I had manually turned them off, I probably could have hit that 40. So definitely they get points here for battery life. Excellent. So also on the bottom here, you do have, thankfully, a 3.5 millimeter port, which means that using that jack, you're actually going to be able to use these passively without actually using any battery at all. So even if they are completely dead, you can still plug them into your computer, your phone, whatever you're using, and they're going to work just fine. In fact, plugging them in ended up being what I did the most often, because coming off of my computer's Bluetooth, I had to crank the volume to 80%, even higher sometimes, to be able to be at a comfortable sound level. If I plugged them into my DAC, then I was talking maybe 30, 35% or something like that on the volume to be at a comfortable hearing level. So another place where these get a lot of credit from me are making phone calls. I was in my data center surrounded by hundreds of servers at, I don't know, probably 85 decibels continuous sound. And these have no inline controls because I was using them on Bluetooth. I got a single microphone right there. I could hear my meeting perfectly, and they could hear me perfectly. I made a point to ask them about it because I said, okay, I'm going to have to walk out before I talk to you guys. And they're like, no, we can hear you just fine. So that was awesome. I was really happy to see that. I was just, doing my work. Meeting was on my phone, 5-10 feet away, and they could hear every word I was saying, and that was really, really nice. So for that kind of environment, and even that kind of usage just on meetings and stuff, I like these a lot. And I highly recommend them for that purpose. Like, if you do Skype meetings all day, these guys are great. I like it. If you are thinking about picking these up for gaming, I would almost immediately just tell you, go find something different. Go find a pair of ATH M40Xs, M50Xs, the MSR7s that I reviewed previously, all excellent for gaming. Very, very good detail in sound all around you. Very good directional audio. These just wash everything out in bass. A grenade going off anywhere near you in-game is terrifying, especially if your bass is up a little bit. It'll rock your world. So that part of it's cool, but outside of gunshots and grenades and things like that, all other sound is just washed in bass. So running and other people's footsteps and voices, and if it's a multi-sound environment where you've got to pick out someone's footsteps over there or a gunshot over there, you're not going to be able to do it very well with these. I gamed with them for about a week and a half. And it just wasn't a good experience. It reminded me of my Kraken gaming headset in that it was just way too much bass, not enough sound detail, and I just can't recommend them for gaming. Music, phone calls, absolutely. Gaming, no. So the rest of what's in the box are a couple little of these guys. Everything is very well packaged. This thing could take a hit, so if you're shipping it via UPS or something like that, don't worry, it will make it to your house in one piece, more than likely. It does come with inline controls, and that's going to work really nicely with these if you do want to use them passively. Say your battery's dead, or really your battery's dead, or you just don't want to turn your Bluetooth on, your device doesn't have Bluetooth. I don't know when the last time I saw a device without Bluetooth that was making a phone call, but hey, I don't know, maybe you're stuck a decade ago. Even a decade ago you had Bluetooth. And there's a charging cable in there as well. And last but not least, wrapped up in a box for some reason, you've got a little quick start guide. And that's going to tell you basically everything that I already told you about how to pair them and charge them and stuff like that. Boom. So definitely a good experience with these for the first time I used them for music. I was actually grinning like an idiot and laughing my butt off. And that was just because it just sounded so good. You know, it just had not a whole lot of highs, not a whole lot of mids, not a whole lot of detail, but oh, was the bass nice. So yeah, so I did have a moment there with them. And you know, it's a decent headset. So for $100, you're getting Bluetooth, you're getting a 40-hour battery, you're getting a built-in bass boost, on-ear controls, an inline microphone, just in case you need it, works actively or passively, on or off battery. And other than gaming, it is an excellent headset. So definitely go check it out. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for showing up and checking this video out. I really hope that this gave you the information you were looking for on this headset. If this did help you out, hit the like, leave me a comment, subscribe, bell, other things. Actually, share it. If you liked this video and you don't feel like subscribing to yet another channel, that's okay. Share it with somebody who might be interested in it as well, because sharing helps a lot, commenting helps a lot. If you have any critiques about the video itself, certainly share that with me as well. I actually go through every single one of my comments, and I have made changes to my videos and the way I do things based on feedback that I get from the community. So thank you for everyone who has actually given me good feedback and not just said, "You suck," and then, you know, that's their comment. So if you feel like telling me I suck, tell me I suck. That's okay. Anyway, guys, you have a wonderful day. Check this headset out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.